Hello there, welcome back to Jennie Designs with Paper and Christmas on the 25th, where I get a head start on my Christmas cards and bring you along for the ride. So get comfy and let's get crafty. Today I am working with this whimsical Christmas paper pad that I picked up from Hobby Lobby this year. I'm also going to be using the Simon Says stamp Peace, Love, Hope, Joy die. This was a stamp timber die from last year. You could use any holiday or not holiday word die. So I have half of a sheet of cardstock. It is 4 1/4 inches wide by 11 inches tall. I have already scored it at 5 1/2 inches. And I've selected 2 pattern papers from this paper pad. I have some gold foil paper, some heavy duty black cardstock, and another strip of that green cardstock for a layer on my card. So I had this card planned, and then I changed plan halfway through or partway through. So the first thing I want to do is decide which pattern paper I want to put on the bottom and start measuring things out for my card base. And I chose the Nutcracker card pattern paper. And I'm going to have a really small border this time. So I'm going to cut this down only by 1/8 of an inch smaller on each side than my card base. So it will be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, I think. Math is not my strong suit. So just the card base is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Take off 1/8. That's what I did. Or take off 1/4 rather. And that left me an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So this piece of pattern paper, it's the same green as the card base, and it's about 2 1/2 inches. I was just kind of measuring it there. And my intention was to use this holly pattern paper. So I cut one that was, again, just had given myself an 1/8 of an inch border. So that green cardstock was 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. So I cut things down by 1/4 of an inch. So 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And that gave me a 1/8 inch border as well. And that was all is going to plan. I am mathing well. I am measuring well. And I pull these panels and the card base together. And I lay that holly panel of paper on it. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I thought I'd like it. I wanted to like it. I almost kept going. I don't like it. So I took a pause for a minute. I thought, what if I take this green pattern paper and do something else with it? So I put it away. I decided to make sure that was as narrow as I could cut that green paper. And it was. So I'm going to start with my die cuts while my brain tries to figure out plan B. So I'm going to cut the die out of the gold foil paper one time. And then I'm going to cut it out of the black heavy duty paper 2 times. So it's going to be like 3 thicknesses. And this foil paper is literally a mirror paper. You just saw my very warped reflection. This gold paper is from Joann's 6x6 gold foil paper pad. I picked up 1, 2, maybe even 3 Christmases ago. I don't remember. And the black cardstock is just, it's 110 or 120 pound cardstock from Michael's, I think. It was just the thickest black cardstock I had in my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out, cut the die out twice of this black cardstock, like I said, so that I can have 3 layers when all is said and done. And I am sending it through my Empress machine. I know the directions say not to cut into the magnetic plate, but I don't like cutting with my dies up. I feel like I have not enough control over them, so I'm just going to cut into the magnetic plate and replace it when I need to. I fast motion, used my tweezers and a pokey tool to poke all of the negative pieces out of my dies, and now we are ready to assemble them. I am using the fine tip applicator on my Barely Arts craft glue because it's a fine tip. I'm going to go around each letter on the edge and then just dots in the middle of the dies. And we're going to go ahead and stack up all 3 of those die cut words. While I was gluing those together, I came up with a plan. So my plan for this piece of green cardstock is to use an embossing folder because it's just going to jazz up that paper just enough. So in my stash, I have this old, I think it's a Stampin' Up! One. It's a candy stripes or a diagonal stripe. So I'm going to put a little water, very little water on my cardstock, and I'm going to stick it into this embossing folder. And I am going to run that through my Empress machine, and that will add just enough of something to this cardstock to have it be something more than just a plain green cardstock, right? So I'm deciding, okay, yes, I like that. I think that's going to look good. It still covers up more of those nutcrackers than I originally planned, but that's okay. They become more background, less focal image now, and I'm okay with that as well. The other thing I decided to do was add some twine. Now, it has been a hot minute since I put twine on a card. And this is a rather thick twine. This is a spool of twine I got out of a Target dollar spot. I don't even know how long ago. I don't even know. Like when they started putting craft items in their Target spots, so before COVID, that long ago. So before I put the twine on, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my panels together. I am using the grid on my work surface to kind of line things up. Because this is a narrower border, I do want to be pay a little more attention to it. And I'm trying to decide which side of this I want to use. The amount of embossed and debossed is about the same, so I'm just deciding which pattern of the stripes I want, because this embossing folder has like a thick, thin, thick line design in it. So I picked the I picked the side I wanted to go with, and this is how you can tell it's been forever since I used twine. Like, I can't figure out where to put this roll of twine. I did grab my Scotch tape. I'm going to tape the twine to the back of my cardstock. It is making me laugh to watch this. It's like a blooper reel. So you're welcome for the comedic relief tonight. Oh, my heaven's sakes. So I did tape down the free end of the twine, and then I wrapped it around the cardstock 3 times. That spool is trying to roll off my desk. I'm like, y'all, it is just a thing. I don't even know. Once I got it around the back side, I was able to hold it down and put that other piece of tape, and then I grabbed a pair of scissors, which they're not my best twine cutting scissors, so it took a couple whacks to get through the twine, but we got it done. It's all done, and I do like how it looks on the end. So once I had the twine on there, I went ahead and just kind of placed it on the front of my card. And I'm like, yes, okay, this has gone exactly as it should have, right? But because there's twine on that cardstock, and because it is a thicker twine, we're going to have to pop that up with some foam tape. And let's be honest, I probably would have popped it up with foam tape whether it was thick twine or not. It needs a little something, right? So we're going to go ahead and add some foam tape all over the back of this piece of cardstock, except for not over the twine. So we're going to go around the twine. And once we've got the foam tape on there, I'm going to go ahead and lay this down on the front of my card. I keep saying we, like you all are here with me doing this, and I think it's because I need that, I need you to tell me I'm doing the right thing. Anyway, cardstock panel, embossed panel is on the card base. It's looking good. All we have left to do is add our Peace, Love, Hope, Joy die cut. And it is a little thicker because we cut it out 3 times and stuck it all together. And again, we're going through with the Bearly Arts glue. Now, I will say I was skeptical about purchasing this glue because I have purchased a number of fine-tipped glue nozzles in my scrapbooking card making day. And that's been, oh my gosh, a lot more years than I want to admit. And all of them clogged. Every one of them I purchased before now clogged. But I ended up with the Bearly Art glue because I needed something overnight from Amazon, and I needed like $4 more to get free shipping, and this was like $7, and it popped up in the we'll deliver this overnight thing. That's how it ended up in my craft room. It wasn't because I went looking for the glue, it's because I needed something overnight, and that's how I got it. That being said, this nozzle has not clogged. So I've got all the glue on the back of the die cut. I put a stamp block on top of it and left it sitting for a few minutes while I tidied up my desk a little bit, and then decided we also needed to add some bling. So I went through my bling stash and I found this set of honeybee. Let me see which collection they're from. I got to grab it off my desk. It is the metallic mix pearl stickers. And the gold in these pearl stickers match the gold in my twine, which match the gold in my sentiment, my die cut, and the gold in the Nutcracker pattern paper. So we're just like on a gold matching spree here. I broke all of the rules that there possibly could be when it comes to bling, except for the rule about put on as many as you want, because I put these come in 3 sizes, a large, medium, and small. And I put a large, medium, and a small below the twine, and I put a large, medium, and small above the twine. So not only do I have an even number of pearls, I also have an even number of clusters of pearls. But whatever, it's pretty. We're just going with it. Whatever, it's pretty. I'm going to go ahead and put my copy paper inside my card base so that I have a nice place to stamp or write my Christmas message. And now we're down. That's one more card. One more Christmas on the 25th card. I'm going to kind of zoom in just a little bit so you can see that pattern paper a little bit better, I hope. It really is a pretty paper pad. And that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, comic relief and all. I have a couple of other videos here I think you would like as well. I've also added that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and have a really great day.